this on? It is? Go ahead and get everybody in here. All right, good morning. Thanks to everybody who took time out of their days today to join us to celebrate the hard work of our people who are about to take on new roles and responsibilities. This is an important day for many of us here, one where we as a brother and sisterhood recognize a rite of passage and also a necessity in keeping those we protect safe. We gather to acknowledge the accomplishments of 8 of our members who are taking on these new roles and more responsibility within our department. I'd like to thank Mayor Langfelder, members of the press, and others who are attending today to help us honor these well-deserving members. I also want to thank our co-workers, friends, and family that are in attendance as well. People outside the fire service don't always understand the sacrifices that firefighters' families also make during the process of both self and organizational development. Whether it's time spent on preparing for Firefighter 3 exam so that you can become a driver, taking classes to receive merit points for the captain's exams, or attending schools at the IFSI or the National Fire Academy in Emmitsburg to hone your skills and tactics for when that promotion comes and people are looking for you to lead them. Firefighter families give up time spent with our people, and we, as an organization, would like to thank you for that now. The willingness of the people in this room to allow our people to make themselves better at what they do makes my job easier and the lives of those we serve better. The time commitment involved is oftentimes substantial, and ours is a very competitive process. At times, one question can decide who will and who will not make it to the next rank of our department. At this time, I would like to allow Mayor Jim Langfelder an opportunity to address everyone.
Well, thank you very much. And as the chief had said, thank you to the families and the friends that support their loved ones as they move up the ranks of the Springfield Fire Department. Being Class 1 is a proud history in Springfield, and that's what it's all about. But not becoming complacent where we take things for granted. And these past few years should have taught each and every one of us that every day is different. And it's up to all of us to work with individuals like your brothers and sisters within the department, other departments, but our partnerships with the community as well, because that's how we progress to a new level. So it's not about preserving our history, it's more about how do we move forward in a progressive manner so we can better serve the public together. And we've taken important strides this past budget time. I know it's been very stressful for all of us, right, Chief? No, it hasn't been stressful for the Chief. But on a serious note, what we're trying to do is strive so we can build a better department for all of us. That's why we made the commitment for the new fire stations to relocate our resources as best as possible for the equipment that you need to better serve us. And we can't thank you enough. So for those that are being promoted, I congratulate you. And it's important to reflect back when you first started the department. You know, you're a young cadet and then became a firefighter and moved on from there. But it's always important to reflect back of your journey that brings you to today. And for myself, I always reflect back, but it all goes back to our most famous resident, Abraham Lincoln. It's all about public service. And I always strive for government of the people, by the people, for the people. And it doesn't matter what level of government you're in, whether it's a federal, state, or local, we'd have a lot different country and a lot different world if we all tried to strive for that. And I know the men and women of the fire department continue to do that, as well as all our departments, but we need to reflect on that because you are the future leaders of our great department and making sure that we progress and retain our Class 1 rating that we all want. Only 3% of the departments in the country have that, and we want to continue that vein, not only with the fire department, but all our departments. So today, you know, you're standing on the shoulders of the others that came before you, and in the future, individuals will be standing on your shoulders with the legacy that you leave. So I will pass this out. It's just a small token of appreciation, but reflection. And I give this out to individuals, and on one side it has the inscription of Abraham Lincoln, and on the other side it says, "What's your legacy?" And it's just a reflective point of where you're at currently within the fire department, but most importantly, what's the legacy you're going to leave behind for others to follow in your footsteps. So I can congratulate you at this point in time of how you served Springfield and others around us, but most importantly, how you'll continue to serve and strive for a better future for all of us. So thank you very much. Thanks, Chief.
So Denise put the nice agenda together, and apparently I'm already not following it. I haven't always followed directions as well as I could. If everybody could stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible. Did I skip anything else? We good now? Am I back on track? All right. All right. For hundreds of years, the fire service has built a rich history. Starting in the 1st or 2nd century Rome, the very first full-time fire brigade was formed. In the 1700s, this tradition was carried on in Paris during King Louis XIV's reign with the employment of some of the world's first pumpers, and later the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, who was credited with the first modern fire brigade. Bonaparte ordered a division of French army to provide fire protection for Paris with 30 powerful manual fire pumps. About the same time in the U.S., the first full-time fire department was established in Philadelphia in 1736 by Benjamin Franklin. It was officially called the Union Fire Company. Finally, the creation of the first modern, full-time professional fire department was formed on April 1st, 1853 in Cincinnati, Ohio. This organization featured the first fire department made up 100% full-time employees. It is generally accepted that modern-day rank and structure within that fire department can be traced back to the Civil War. There were many influences to this structure when that occurred. The insignias in their meaning are universal to firefighters, but generally the public knows little of their significance. The rank and insignia is made up of traditional fire service icon, the bugle, and the bugle has significant importance with those in the fire service. In the early days of North American fire departments, orders were given on the fire grounds to the troops by officers through the use of a large brass device that looked like a megaphone. These were ornate brass horns, commonly referred to as bugles or speaking trumpets. It was commonly known that the person with the bugle hanging from their neck was easily identified as the person who was in charge. Officers came to be identified with these objects, so a small pin in the shape of a bugle became the rank of insignia for officers to be worn on their collar, hat, or helmet of their uniform. The more bugles on their collar, the higher the rank. This is an icon that is still used today, one that we will be placing on our people being promoted shortly. The tradition goes back through centuries of fire service, and today current personnel continue to utilize it and recognize the significance. The number of bugles represents the number of people in an officer's charge. Our driver engineers have one bugle, as they often supervise the firefighters. Captains have two, as they generally supervise their crew of two, etc., etc. No promotion can be complete without the pinning of the bugles. This is a significant part of the promotional process, since the bugle is the symbol of authority. The rank of driver engineer is represented by a single bugle on the insignia pin on fire department badge. Rank of captain has two vertical bugles, and the rank of battalion chief is represented by the traditional symbol of two crossed bugles on the insignia pin. These unique symbols to the fire department are representative of duty, pride, and tradition, which are important principles that we strive to pass along to the next generation of firefighters. It is adorned on the collar and on the badge of all officers. As our people are pinned with the symbol of their new position and responsibility, it is an opportune time to take a moment and recognize the rich history and tradition that goes with this distinct responsibility of this rank. Today, we are promoting members to driver engineer, captain, battalion chief, and the specialized rank of senior arson investigator. The rank of driver engineer, as much the name indicates, is the person who drives the fire apparatus, who manages, maintains, and operates major firefighting equipment such as the pumps and the ladders. The driver engineer has comprehensive knowledge and technical understanding of his equipment, as the designation engineer implies. The engineer's role is essential, as the designation, on the fire scene, you can do a lot of things correctly, but if you have an engineer who can't get water or can't get a ladder for those who need it, the situation is not going to improve. Being promoted to the position of driver engineer is the first step in being responsible for others in your charge. You will fill the role of the company officer in the absence of the captain. Today, Mark Maggio, Bo Friday, and Phil Petticourt are being promoted to the rank of driver engineer. Mark Maggio, can you please come forward? Firefighter Mark Maggio is being promoted to driver engineer. Mark has been with the Springfield Fire Department for approximately 10 years and is a member of the dive and sonar team. Mark has a degree from Rock Valley College in fire science. Mark is married to Alex, and they have two sons, Jackson and Blake. He is the son of David and Cheryl Maggio. Mark's wife, Alex, and his children will be doing his bidding. Bo Friday, please come forward. Firefighter Bo Friday is being promoted to driver engineer as well. Bo has been with the Springfield Fire Department for 10 years, previously served on the Lincoln Fire Department for 5 years, Chatham Department for 1 year. He served our great country as a firefighter for 6 years in the Air Force in the 183rd Fighter Wing. Bo is married to his awesome wife. He wrote this, or she did. Which one of you wrote it? And hard-working mama, Jessica, and is the father of amazing and beautiful twin girls, Lakin and Ayla. He is the son of Robert and Mary Friday. Bo's wife, Jessica, is going to be doing his bidding today. Phil Petticourt, please come forward. Firefighter Philip Petticourt is being promoted to driver engineer. Phil has also been with the fire department for 10 years, is currently serving on the hazmat, sonar, dive, and drone teams. Multifaceted. He has served our country in the Army for 9 years. He is married to Chelsea, and they have a son, Bryson. Captain Mike Dozier was supposed to pin Phil today. Unfortunately, he gets stuck with me. Philip Johnson. Come on up, Phil. Driver engineer Philip Johnson is being promoted to captain. Captain Johnson experienced a life-changing day in 2003. However, this tragedy planted a seed. The effort, respect, care, and love that was shown to his daughter by the members of the SFD has never been forgotten by Phil. In his 16 years of service with the SFD, he hopes he has shown other citizens the same characteristics his family experienced on that horrible day in 2003. Phil is a member of the SFD recruitment team, holds an advanced degree from Bradley University. Phil is married to Michelle, and they have 4 children, Bailey, Maya, Simone, and Ainsley. He is the son of Perry Johnson and Mac and Laureen Frazier. Phil will be pinned by his wife, Michelle, and children. Kirk Mendenhall. Driver engineer Kirk Mendenhall is being promoted to captain. Kirk has been a member of the Springfield Fire Department for 22 years. He is married to Wendy, and they have 3 children, Jackson, Paige, and Bella. Kirk is the son of Alan and Barbara Mendenhall. Wendy, Kirk's wife, will be doing his pinning. Bill Benedict, please come forward. Driver engineer Bill Benedict is also being promoted to captain. I have to do math with yours. He's been on the Springfield Fire Department for 14 plus 2 years. Yeah, I don't know about that. 16? 16. 14? Okay. Oh, boy. He will be utilizing his promotion in the Fire Safety Division. Bill has an associate's degree in fire science. He's engaged to Rosie 4 and has a daughter, Audrey Benedict, and a son, Bill Benedict. He's the son of Bill Benedict Sr. and Gail B. Bill will be pinned by his fiancée, Rosie. The rank of Senior Arson Investigator is a rank that is very specialized. While Senior Arson Investigator is technically a captain, due to the additional responsibilities and educational requirements required to achieve this position, it is also often referred to by the members of the SFD as a super captain spot, and that is not a misnomer. The Senior Arson Investigator is a hybrid position of sorts, part firefighter, part police officer. This role manages the administration of our most serious arson offenses that occur in the city of Springfield. He works hand in hand with law enforcement, district attorneys, and prosecutors, ensuring their ability to hold offenders accountable for their arson crimes. He makes sure that they are well prepared and have the evidence that they need to obtain convictions. The city of Springfield has a well-earned reputation for a significantly higher conviction rate than average on arson, which is directly attributable to the people who have filled this role. It is an extremely important position, one that helps keep our community safe by putting dangerous people away for the crime of arson. Captain Ryan Evans is being promoted to Senior Arson Investigator. He has been with the SFD for 21 years. He served our country in the Illinois National Guard for 9 years as a combat engineer. He spent 18 years on the tech rescue team, with 5 of those as team leader. He currently is a member of the hazmat team. Ryan has a bachelor's degree from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. He's married to Dr. Angela Evans for 24 years, and they have 2 children, Ashton, who just got married, and Carter. He is the son of Max and Connie Evans of Robinson, Illinois. Ryan's wife, Angie, will be pinning his badge. Lastly, the rank of Battalion Chief. Rank of a Battalion Chief is a rare thing, only achieved by approximately 10% of those who have ever sworn with the SFD. It's a tremendous responsibility, as now you are in charge of many crews in your battalion, and you are expected to coordinate fire suppression, extrication, technical rescue, hazardous materials response, and any of those outside of the norm calls for half of the city each day. If you are the battalion chief in training, as DJ was, you're expected to teach all those valuable skills to the entire department. As a department safety officer, identifying department issues that need to be addressed health and safety-wise falls squarely upon your shoulders. In any of these roles, the safety of the men and women under your command is dependent upon you. A Springfield Battalion is composed of 6 stations, including up to 9 companies that are assigned to those stations. There are 2 sets of companies, one north and 1 south, that are led by a battalion chief. The battalion chief is often highest rank on hand at any given situation, given that the staff chiefs and others often work typical day schedules. Desk jockeys. Battalion chiefs are responsible for ensuring that every specialized role is covered for each shift, and thus may have to engage in creative manpower resourcing at times as well. Battalion chiefs also handle the advanced management of work schedules, including accommodations for vacation time, sick days, personal time. Battalion chiefs also are usually the first line of official documentation when it comes to incident reports and investigations. As with all fire department operations, there is a battalion chief on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Battalion chief is the highest position that is filled by the rigorous promotional testing process that tests their knowledge and fire department, as well as dealing with employees that also are adding situational awareness to the fire ground, making this a very complex position. The person being promoted to this position of battalion chief is generally regarded as the best of the best. This is a position that few applicants attain and is a major step in being responsible for many others under your charge. Unwavering leadership skills and strong decision-making is paramount in ensuring the safe return of your crews home to their family at the end of every duty day is your goal. Today, we are promoting DJ Morgan to the rank of battalion chief. Captain DJ Morgan is being promoted to battalion chief. DJ has been with the SFD for 22 years, is a member of the hazmat team for 10 years. He was treasurer of Local 37 for 6 years. He has advanced degrees in business and fire science. DJ is married to Robin. They have 3 children, Madison, Jordan, and Devin. Chief Brandon Blau is doing his pinning. we could have everybody, sorry DJ, if we could have everybody come up here and line up, get some pictures, and we'll give you one last round of applause. Please join me in congratulating all of the new Springfield Fire Department officers. Thanks for coming. This concludes our ceremony. Feel free to come up here and take as many pictures as you like. I'll even be in one if you want, the picture not to turn out well. So thanks for coming in.
Robert, long time no see.
When did you come out? May 1st. End of the month.
That's how you get it. That's how you get it. You were driving quicker than